Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Kid. Jarilo. Talk to beat. They got time to play, time to work. Work will I play for Mickey and Jack on top. They got time to play, time to work. Work will I play for Mickey and Jack on top. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake high. You want cars and clothes, wake high. You want all the fancy things, wake high. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake high. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake high. You want cars and clothes, wake high. You want all the fancy things, wake high. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake high. Too late. Hope you feeling good tonight. Oh lady, when the US to Liberia, they make it to make it wet. For I bet my novia, let's get up, start at the place. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. I just want to let Prince Johnson know you can't stop my show. Since yesterday, when I made my poster about Prince Johnson, about a killer holding a Bible, and I started on his case, my computer just been going crazy. This morning, I went to look at a video with Prince Johnson. I put on a video. I couldn't get the video off my computer. Nothing else could work. It just kept buffering. I had to eventually shut my whole computer down. I lost all the program I had set up to come on. This happened this morning. Yesterday morning, I was just about to start my show. Electricity went. I lost everything. I started again. And here we are today. So, all you voodoo, juju, poodoo, voodoo people, you cannot stop the light of Jesus Christ on Liberia. Not Chesson's light. The light of Jesus Christ on Liberia. Okay? Just want to get this clear out of the way. I'm going to still do my show. I don't care what you do. This show will roll. It is blessed and divine. Okay? So, first of all, My board behind me is of Spoon TV, courtesy of Spoon TV. Yesterday on Facebook, they had Francine Richards, Keith Hassan, Ben Savvy. Who is this behind me here? I think this is one of the representatives, Janeta Sogby. And this is Henry Costa on this side here, right behind me here. You can't see him yet in the car. And that's means excuse my hands because I have this mirror effect. And that's Isaac Doe on that side. That's the CEO of Spoon TV, Stanton Peabody. That's Centumberland George. Behind me here is Peabody, Reverend Dr. Peabody. And on here is Ben Savvy. Ben Savvy on this side. So there was a cast of Spoon TV yesterday, last night, I think. I watched them in the morning, talking about the situation in Liberia and all of that. So I just want you to know about my board. I don't want to get into anything. Let me just put up my topics for the day. This sunlight is killing me too because usually I start in the dark. I don't start with sunlight. Oh, Lord. Excuse me, folks. So let me get this. Yep. Get my topics up. Yep. Okay, my topics for today are... Oh, Lord. My topics for today are... They're running in the background there, but you can't see it. I don't know why. Okay, let me just read it off to you because I have a problem with my computer. My topics are Grand Jida burning, Friends of Liberia, Henry Costa and Prince Johnson, and Father. You see, my computer giving me trouble. All the voodoo the people trying on my computer, it ain't working. All of a sudden, I just having all these problems. So my topics today are Grand Jida burning. Zedru is the capital of Grand Jida County. Friends of Liberia, Henry Costa and Prince Johnson. And third, the review. Let's start with Grand Jida County. What is the significance of the burning in Grand Jida County yesterday? What is the significance of the people of a city rising up, going to the police station, freeing the police, and setting the police station on fire? What is the significance of a people ganging up upon a police officer, pulling him off his back? I'm sure they beat that man because when we were watching, they threw his hat off for him. So right there, that was an indication that there was problem in the land. So they threw his hat off him. They burned his bicycle. What is the significance of that? All the things I just mentioned, the significance rests on the point that our country is lawless. Our people do not respect authority. Why? Because they do not trust our leaders. Violence is beginning to take over, mob violence. Why? Because there's no law and order in our country. Our leaders cannot be trusted. Our leaders are rogues. Our leaders have betrayed and deceived the Liberian people. They lied. Everything they have told us is lie. So right now, the problem is not really in Monrovia. It has spread throughout the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. So what can we say to our people? What can we say to our nation when its children are rising up to stand up for law and justice? When we have lost hope in civil authority, what is there to say of a country and the people? It's troubling. Time and time and time again, it's troubling. Because every time we put on the TV, every time we go to the social media, we got news of disturbances in Liberia, news of violence, news of deaths. So what kind of society do we have today? And you see, they try to keep a man off the internet. Yes, they're trying. If y'all don't believe in supernatural thing, they're trying it. Y'all know how every morning I wake up, I feel pain. I go to bed, I wake up with all these sweats and sicknesses. You think they're not trying to get me? Yeah, they're trying to get me. But there are instances where people must stand up against evil. And as a Christian, I ain't fighting against you all. I ain't fighting against you all. We want to fight spiritual. I will leave you with the spiritual. I deal with the physical. Jesus Christ handles the spiritual. I'm not even worried about my spiritual life. I just pray and do what I gotta do. Because I know in my country, that's all our people deal with, spiritualism. Ritualism. Look at how the people dying every day, taking their body parts. What do you think is? It's a joke? It's not a joke. We go to church, we learn about devil. We learn about Satan, we learn about God. We learn about good, we learn about bad. We see it every day in our lives. We see people committing atrocities against innocent people. We see it every day. People stealing for no reason at all, just to steal. That's what we call it kleptomaniacy. Kleptomaniac. I don't know how to pronounce the noun form of it. But when you're kleptomaniac, you're a thief. You are a thief, and it is a disease. Why? Because you can't stop it. Whether you are rich or poor or not, it is a sickness. You have to take things that don't belong to you. And this disease does not happen to only poor people. It happened to everybody. I'm sorry, Keith Hassan here. I took this from a video, so sometimes when you go to take the picture of, I had the whole clip. I can't explain it, man. It's just technology. But I'm sorry his face came up like that. Okay? But these are the things we face. These are the real aspects of life that we face, especially in our country now, where our people are nothing but rogues. It has become so bad, it has become a sickness. We are nothing but kleptomaniacs in Liberia. So we're facing a very serious problem. A very serious problem when the people rise up and take the law into their hands. Not only in the community, but they go to the police station, the symbol of authority in the community, and they burn it down and they free the prison. That is a significant sign that the society has failed. The government has failed. The leadership has failed. So this is only in the sector of our country. This is in the same southeastern region that all Liberia problem has come from. Since 1980, this southeastern region problem has been a problem for the Liberian people. Because all the violence, all the coups, all the killings, all the insurrection, everything starts from that region. Why? Because that is the poorest region in our country. You can go from Monrovia to Lofa with car. Easy, 2 hours now. Even though there's only one road. But you have access to go up country with ease on that side. Okay? But when you come to this southeastern side, there's a great problem because for years that area has been neglected. That area has been neglected. And when you take 4 days, like Yasinda Kweye was saying on her show, the distance is just 20 minutes. But you take 4 hours to get there. That's a serious problem. That's a serious, serious problem. And when our one side, our society is developing, the western side, the western region, the central region, and we're neglecting a grave aspect of our population in the southeastern region, we have a serious problem. And it's not a joke no more. Because it is clear indication that we have lost a sense of decency, a sense of law and order, because the people have lost trust in our government. They have lost trust in constitutional leadership and authority. And when you lose trust in your government, there's a serious problem. There's a backlash when the people themselves take the laws in their hands. And that what happened in Grand Jita County. The police car hit a motorbike or a motorbiker, and his life is on the line right now. If you watch the video of the actual event, people thought he was dead. You see how the news spread? They didn't say the man was injured or anything. They said, oh, they killed the man, they killed the man. So everybody got excited. They incited a riot right there by saying the man was dead. They're taking the dead body to the hospital. So rumor, news, falls through, it spreads. And everybody was rushing down to that police station. Oh, they kill him. They kill him. Yeah, they can't hit me, kill him. All the police disappeared. The police were not even brave enough to tell the people what happened. Nobody was at the police station. So that shows within itself that the police is weak in that whole environment. There's a serious problem with authority, trust, honesty, fairness, justice, all through our country, from Monrovia to Kipma, from Kipma to Nimba, from Nimba from Lofa, and go to Lofa, then Nimba, then Grand Jita, then Sando, Maryland, all the places, all our country, man. There's something seriously wrong with Liberia's leadership. There is something seriously wrong with Liberia's society. And if we don't try to fix it right now and fast, our country will burst out into another form of chaos. I really don't think Liberian people want another war. I don't think we're going to another war. But there will be serious civil unrest in our country. If law, order, a sense of justice is not returned to our country fast. So I know they will try to stop a man from me to come in. They can't stop me physically, so they'll do everything spiritually. And this is no joke. And I ain't got time to fight people on the spiritual side. We got a big physical mission to feed our people. So I leave the spiritual side to Jesus. I ain't got time for that. That's my protection. And the only protection I got. And I don't need no other protection. So I got a serious physical problem here. My people got to open your eyes. You got to see the reality of the things on our ground. And we can't keep sitting here talking BS every day. You know? We can't. We can't. Okay? So let me take a little break. I didn't even fix my coffee. I didn't have time to go fix my coffee this morning or anything. So let me just take a little break, clear my throat, and we'll get back on the scene. Okay? Leadership is key. Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. She told us to lead. That is the key. She failed Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Liberia's going down on the Georgia. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him. Sorry, I'm having all this buffering and problems with my computer. Y'all go tell Prince Johnson to stop it. Tell him to stop it. Let the X show go on, or he can be in big trouble, okay? Friends of Liberia, Henry Costa and Prince Johnson. This is the second part of my topic. First of all, I listen to everybody talking about, oh, who the people Costa talking about? Friends of Liberia, they want to arrest Prince Johnson to take him back to America to try on American law. It can never happen. How can you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. That's the same thing I tell you all the time about precedents. And that's why we have lawyers. International law is different. International law is different. During the Holocaust, after the Holocaust, when Israel was going out looking for all the people, the Jews, not Jews, the Germans, who participated with Hitler in killing the Jews. They went out throughout the world. They sent the security forces throughout the world looking for people. And they called one of them. I can't remember the case, but they called one of them in one of the countries. And they put him in a box, or they put him in a little tube or something, and shipped him back to Israel. And nobody knew he was there. And when they got the shipping back he was a war criminal now. He was one of the Nazis that had the Holocaust. They were people that perpetuated the Holocaust against the Jews. So after the war, the Jews wanted revenge against all these Germans that had left since the war stopped, and they had spread all over the world to hide because they were looking for them for war crimes. So some of them were in Australia, Some of them were in Venezuela. Some of them were all over the world, hiding different names. So they formed the Jews security agent formed one of them. I can't remember. I think it was Venezuela. I can't remember what he was. But this man was living a private life, walking around, and the Jews wanted him back in Jerusalem to try him for war crime. And he didn't know. They caught him secretly. No government knew about it. The Venezuelan government, wherever he was, the government didn't know about it. Nobody knew about it in our country. They caught that man, put him in a little box or casket or tube or something. I can't remember what it was, but it's a real case. Go to international law. And they shipped him back to Israel to be tried. And when he got back to Israel, they put him in court and they tried him and executed him. International law got up and started yelling, well, why you go in the country? The Israeli people said this man's a war crime. The courts of Israel said, we don't care how he came to the courts. He's wanted in Israel. So we don't care how he came to the court. Because the other country were crying, kidnapping and all of that. Why you took the man out of the country against international law? The Jewish court said, no. We don't care how he came here. He's here. And we'll try him under Jewish law. And they try him and kill him. So all this thing you're talking about Prince Johnson, that was listening. That was put on the page, call it international community. Learn international law. Because you come here and just yell. There are precedents. That's what we say when you punish people. Precedents are set. So this man is a war criminal. Prince Johnson is a war criminal. And he's hiding in Liberia and being protected under the laws by a corrupt regime of George Weah. If there's a wanted offer for him in any country to bring him back for trial, he's a wanted man. Our government is corrupt. The same thing with the government in Venezuela or wherever when they took that Jew from. They didn't trust them because they were hiding a criminal. And he was hiding in plain sight. False name. Going around, walking, living a daily life, just like all criminals living in Liberia. But we ain't got nobody wanting to try them. If America wanted to try all these people, America doesn't care how they come to America. They don't. Once the American government is not involved in it, to say the American government went, they don't care. Kidnap that man and ship him to America. If the American government would try him, they would try him. But if he's not a wanted man and America don't want nothing to do with him, I don't know if the Friends of Liberia can force the American government to prosecute him. But as for getting him out of Liberia to be prosecuted, if the government of America will agree to prosecute him as a fugitive for killing an American, you can bring him back. They can bring him back because he's being protected by a corrupt regime. So the court wouldn't matter how he got in America. I don't know how to plead this one under modern laws, but there's a case in international law under such circumstances where people have kidnapped a person from a foreign nation who was a citizen of that nation, kidnap him, ship him back to the country in which you were wanted in. The country tried him under the law and executed him and told the other country to hell with your law. This man is a criminal. He's a wanted criminal hiding in plain sight. Killed millions of people. Same thing with Prince Johnson. And he killed those nuns. So if the American government was seeking him for the nuns or still investigating it, and a group of concerned people, Liberians and Americans, won't get rid of this man because the crime he committed still in Liberia. His presence in Liberia in our government is a threat to progress and peace and stability in Liberia. And this is one of the evil things we perpetrate against our people. And every time I come up to put my thing on the board, I get this buffering. I can't put all my thing on the board. I keep to put all my thing up about Nombi Konga and Nombi Kanga Lawrence, our senator. She is a wanted woman too. She's a killer. She got a gun. All these people with weapons cannot serve in our government. We got to prosecute them. They got to tell us what they did when they were in uniforms. What they did. She was with Agnes Reeves. Agnes Reeves was in jail and get her time and were prosecuted and cleared. Nomdi Kanga got to go to jail too. She got to be cleared. All these people leading our country are killers. They cannot lead a civilian government. We have to clear our system, overhaul our country. Liberia will now be at peace until we overhaul our country, until we punish all these evil people who say they're leaders of our country today and have their hands filled with blood. Then you're calling Jesus Christ. Then the same people go in church say they're preachers and pastors and leaders of God's people. What happened to all the other people in Liberia? Why are they not leaders of the churches? Why are these killers who have killed our people and have steal our money, got money to build church, to decorate it, and stand in the pulpit and say they are God's people? They're reading from the Bible. Look at that disgusting Prince Johnson. I got a thing where I scared to play the man thing before my whole show locked down. You know, that's the voodoo thing they're doing. But the truth shall bring these people down. Because Jesus Christ is the truth. And all of them will fall. They will fall. And let me tell you something with your juju. I don't care about you because when you're ready to fall, I myself will feel sorry for you. When Jesus ready to punish you for what you have done to me and other Liberian people, I will feel sorry for you. I will ask Jesus, please have mercy on them. Mark my word. Mark my word. I ain't fighting. I ain't want no vengeance. I don't want revenge. But I want to see the corruption stop. And if I get the chance to punish people, I told you, I want that South Beach prison packed. You watch the show of the Japanese train, how when the people going to work, the conductor be pushing them in the train to close the door, pushing the people. That jail wants South Beach prison packed. They don't go in, pepper spray them, let them go in. They rebel, flog them, but close that prison, lock it. I want those people back to back, butt to cheeks, cheeks to butt in South Beach prison. That will be the first lesson I will teach my corrupt Liberian people. When I pack you in a prison and you'll stay there a few hours or maybe a day, when you come out of there, that will be the first sign to let you know that the order of the day in the Republic of Liberia is changed. Order, discipline, and the rule of law will prevail. Even if I got to be there for 1 hour, that 1 hour would be significant in Liberia history. Because we can't play this foolishness. What's with stupidness? These murderers continuously ruling our country and holding us hostages, building churches and telling us they are converted to Christianity and will follow them, leading our little children astray, making them think that the right way of Jesus Christ? Or useless man like Prince Johnson standing there telling us he's converted so he didn't have to go to the seminary? You're a dumb man. You have killed thousands of people. What will make you converted overnight? And you will stand before us to teach us about Jesus Christ. And you say you don't have to learn? You can just stand up and come up with your killer knowledge because you led your little useless children and child soldiers, and they were listening to you as the most educated among them. Now you think you can bring this uselessness into our country's leadership? All of us went to school and got degrees. You think I stayed all those years in law school suffering, eating crackers and not eating alone for a useless idiot, a dummy like you to tell me that you didn't have to go to the seminary? God will forgive you. You're already forgiven. Nobody can punish you because God saved you. That what you think? That really what you think? You truly believe that nonsense coming out of your mouth, Prince Joseph? You can do all your voodoo. You can go do all your juju. It ain't gonna touch me. Because I'm coming after you with a vengeance you people have never seen. I just want the documents laid out of your crimes. You will get our money back. We go to no damn civil court. No damn civil court. You're perpetrating a war against our people. You will face the war crimes court or Chesson court. It will be just Chesson court. You better pray for the war crimes court. You don't face Chesson court. Because I'm already telling you, I want that soft be prison packed. I don't give a damn whether you old, young, broken down, you serve in the government, you go into jail for maybe a few days, a few hours. But we ain't gonna tolerate this thing. I ain't Costa. I'm not Costa. So all that BS you're gonna talk to Costa, you'll try that thing with me. You'll see I don't get in nothing. I don't get involved with all that kind of thing. I sit down and watch it and come and talk to you because I got a short fuse. I'm a soldier. I don't want to talk foolishness with you. You know could go. You could go. All the foolishness you're talking because we have no real leadership in our country. We still got warlords and war killers, women and men leading us. And you can't punish only the men. You can't talk about the men. We got to punish the women warlords. Because women with gun and power are more vengeful than some men. So you don't think we're starting one person? We're going to overhaul our whole damn country. Because that's the only thing that will save us. You're seeing it. She said even people in her family got to meet their day in court and get free and get punished. I work in military and law enforcement all my life. You wrong, you got to face the punishment. And I know when I make mistake, I got to bend my butt and say, yes, sir, spank me. Just be soft. And just take it easy, don't not get too hard. That's how we do. But everybody got to be punished. You think I'm talking like this? If I do wrong, I will not be punished. I know I will be punished. And I will accept my punishment. That's why I got to be a man and stand up for what I say. Because whether you stand up or you lie, you will be punished. Look at all the people they killed in 1980. Some of them were falling down. Oh, I can't walk. Oh, they were torturing somebody in court before they put them in the pool. Some stood up and cussed them like my pa, like Frank Talbot. They weren't cussing them because they were indigenous. No. They were cussing them because of the savagery, the manner in which they were overthrowing them and were going to kill them. They knew they were going to die. But are you going to die crying, or are you going to die standing up? So you got to make a choice. You can either fall on your knees and be begging all the while they're shooting you in the head, or you can tell them, I'm coming back, and you can't kill me. My spirit is strong. It's beyond your understanding. And these are the things that matter. These are the things that matter. And I'm talking to this not because I got any special privilege or power. No. But I went to school for this thing. I went to school to see my country and my people change. I went to school to see us rise from division and hatred and fighting to unity, solidarity. Because what the use of me going to school if I can't contribute to a wholesome functioning society? Why would I hate my people and want to kill my own people because of some stupidity that happened in 1980? No, I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot. Trouble had faults. Our system was faulty. It needed to be overhauled then. It needs to be overhauled now more than ever before. So I don't play games. I ain't coming to see what's wrong and say, let's forget it, man, for peace sake. No, because for peace sake has brought us here where we are today. And until we stand up and stand for truth and decency and honesty and positive direction of our country and people, what the use of us having a country? Look at our country now. Liberia is not a country. We can't even fix Monrovia. Since 1980, Monrovia been broken down. We haven't fixed Monrovia. Now the problem has compounded so much, we got to fix our country now. If we don't fix our country, the same things from our country will spill over in Monrovia again. Because we got more people in Monrovia now than we got up country. And if there's war up country, their relatives in Monrovia will start the same BS in Monrovia. We now have no peace and stability. We keep bullshitting. We keep pushing around. We keep doing for peace sake. We keep doing the nepotistic stuff. Our country will never change. We need people that will just close our eyes and just follow the law. Close your eyes and follow the law. I don't care who you are. Follow the law. And the law, there will all be leniency in the law because everybody not hard and tough. But when we stand for principles and we understand that to change our society, we must stick to the law. All of us must stick to the law, not some of us. It will create problems. It will create great problems in our society. You see? And let me tell you something. You know how the Liberians come and go to the party and the police come, everybody start yelling at the police, oh, you can't do this. Oh. So the same thing happened in Rhode Island one time. I went to a friend's place. I was there earlier. I was talking with some Liberian people. Oh, the police came. The neighbor called the police. A white man called the police because he said I parked across the road. There was no parking sign there. There was no parking sign. So I went and parked, but the road was narrow. So I went and parked halfway on the road. They came and said, the police came and said, I'm going to move my car. And everybody was yelling, the white man called the police, told me to move my car. So the police came. Everybody was yelling. So I told them, I said, no, don't yell. Let me talk with the police. So I walk over and I said, what's up, bro? He said, man, you can't park over there, man. You're blocking the street. I said, well, I don't see no sign there. I see signs on this side, but I don't see no signs on that side. And the police, he said got weak. He said, my man, that's a problem we face all the time, man. You know? So he understood. So I told him, I said, don't worry, I'll move my car. So when I wanted to move my car, the man came up, started talking to the police, trying to pull up, beef up things between me and the police. So I told him right there, I yelled at him, I said, my man, look, stay off the hamburgers. He was a big fat dude, you know. I said, look, if you stay off the hamburgers, we have no problems here. So he turned to the police, he said, yeah, you see. The police said, my man, what do you want me to do? The man moved me a car, what do you want me to do? So let me tell you something. Sometimes people call the police. The police come. They themselves, when they see a lot of black people, they don't want to debate with us. They tell us, oh, we got to move our cars and things like that. And we know it's not right. We know it's not right. You know, but instead of the police asking us to help them, they move our cars. They come using the law because they think we're Africans. And sometimes we're right. We start yelling, then they call the cops there. We start arresting people. Violence, disrupting the peace, and all of that, interfering on police business and all of that. You know, but inside these societies, they will not do that. They will come and say, my man, you guys please move your cars, man. You know, we know no sign yet, but they will talk to you nicely. But when they come to us, they throw the law at us. They act like we're stupid. That we don't know that there's no sign there. And if there's no sign there, you can't tell me I can't park there. And everybody parking everywhere on the road. So for courtesy's sake, the thing I said courtesy of Spoon TV. For courtesy's sake, professional courtesy, human courtesy. You know, we don't put the law on our people. And this is a similar example that what happened in our country. Because when people come, they see the situation bad. We know it's right and wrong. We know it. But people try to pull their authority on us. Act like we're dummies. The same situation with Henry Costa going on right now. Costa is one of the most pressuring force on the government. No matter what people say about Costa, no matter what they think about Costa, whether you honest, whether you flip-flop and all of that, our country is a screwed up country. Everybody not perfect. But Costa is keeping this government feet to the fire, holding people responsible for what happened in our country. Many of the things other people are not doing. Other people just talking. So they're talking about that number that Costa posts. I told you, individuals can help government prosecute criminals. And you can't say it hasn't happened. There's an international law case that I told you about. When they captured that man and took him back to Jerusalem, and he was prosecuted and killed for war crimes. And other countries in the world got mad because he was kidnapped and taken there. The Jewish court said, I don't care how he came. He's a criminal and a fugitive from the law. So once the government didn't go there and interfere with him, once no law was broken, because no law was broken, they didn't catch them. They stole the man, put him in a crate, and shipped the crate as cargo to Israel. It got to Israel to open it. The man was in the crate. They took him out, took him to court, tried him, put him in the firing squad, and killed him. So there were no laws violated in any country. There were no laws. So the Jewish court said, well, hey, there were no law broken. Nobody was kidnapped in that country. They didn't charge nobody with kidnapping. They didn't charge nobody with extortion. They didn't charge nobody with shipping human beings. They didn't charge them with nothing. Nobody charged in our country. They don't even know how the man left the country. But the man is in Jerusalem, and we're not letting him go. He's a criminal. We killed him, and they killed him. So there are precedents in law. If you don't prove how that man left the country, you can't prove that there was a crime committed in our country. You can't prove nothing. So who kidnapped him? Who did all the shipping? You don't know. But that man was found on Israeli soil, and they killed him. So for you people who don't know the law, these are things you need to consider. That's why when people are yelling, oh, how would that happen? If there's no law broken in Liberia and Prince Chesson is found in America overnight, and he's wanted in America for a crime, the court don't care how he got in America. He was on American soil. We're prosecuting. Just as he's a criminal in another country under disguise of being someone else, he could have disguised himself to come to America too. So we're prosecuting. So you be careful. There are laws governing things in the international realm that may not be on the local realm. Okay? So you be careful. You hire your Prince Chesson, put him under the voodoo bush. And Costa has already warned you. They got people in Liberia. If you don't believe it, Prince Chesson disappear. You can't find him. And he in American, or the American firing squad, or he being hung overnight in America for killing Linda Jure. So you pay attention. These people committed crimes. These crimes were not committed under normal circumstances. These crimes were committed during war. And if people die on the war, you still held under war crime charges. Because that was a military situation. You can't bring it under civilian government. So all these things, that's why you need a war crimes court. They didn't say civilian court. They say war crimes because it's military. It has to be addressed in the sense of a military court. So that's why they call it war crimes. Because everything that happened there has to be adjudicated under some kind of military jurisprudence. And that can happen under a civilian court. We'll be talking all night. Okay? So, but this is just to bring to your attention things about international law. Things can't start saying, you ought to believe it, your calling number, you hear the people. They say the government, they won't go through the Liberian government. They're trying to extradite this man to bring him back to America. Some kind of way to try him and get the American government to try him for this woman. Is the American government going to agree, support the idea? Will the courts in America agree to take jurisdiction over Prince Chesson once he's on American soil? I mean, they have jurisdiction. He's on American soil. But they will have to look into the manner in which he got on the soil. Are they going to look at it, or are they going to ignore it and just prosecute him? Because no crimes have been committed in Liberia. They can't point to anybody who kidnapped Prince Chesson. So he's on American soil, so let's deal with him. So Prince Chesson, your life's still not secure. For you who doubting Henry Costa, let's see if he will bring Alan White on tomorrow. He said tomorrow afternoon he bringing World Crown Court prosecutor Alan White on his show. He also stated that in 2 weeks there will be an American congressional hearing on Liberia starting to determine why Liberia is as it is today. Why there is so much killing and stealing and murders and people getting missing without accountability from the government or responsibility from anybody in the community. These crimes cannot go on. They cannot go on. They cannot. Because if they persist in Liberia with spread to the region, then you don't know where it goes from there. So that why every time they worry about the region, is the West African region safe? Is it secure? Because there are many countries in that one region, and you don't want problems in one country spilling over to other countries within that one area. Okay? So these are the issues we're facing right now. Whether CASA number is true, we know that you can call it, we know that it's true, that you can call it somebody's will answer on the other line. Whether it's effectively being used for the purpose for which CASA has stated, to prosecute George Weah and to prosecute Prince Johnson, because there's a two-part message on that, one for Prince Johnson, one for George Weah. Let's see tomorrow or today. Today, Alan White's supposed to come on. Then let's see in 2 weeks whether the congressional hearing will start. But something got to be done to save our country. My third topic, the review. We've seen that our country and people are faced with some serious problems. On one end, we have our domestic issues. We relate to violence right now, distrust of government, weak leadership, massive corruption and stealing. Then we got our other hand, our problem on the other hand, our leadership issues, our trust issues, our honesty issues, our patriotism issues. So we got some real problems in our country, both governmental and personal, to every Liberian. Where does our patriotism lie? Are we Liberians first before Basso, Congo, Gio, Loma, Gio, Manu, all the kind of tribes? Are we going to remain as a united people, standing on principles rather than tribes, looking for the best among us, rather than the closest relatives to us? I keep telling you, we are the masters of our own destiny. We are the captains of our own fate. And we got to rise to the occasion or watch our country die and fade away. Which way, my people? Follow Attorney Commander Chesson. Let me guide my young people. It's not about power. It's not about wealth. It's about us. 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 Not me. Us. We. Us. Aluta. Continue. My class is done, people. The time of the Liberian people is now. We got trouble brewing through our country because of lack of leadership. We got continuous violence, hostility, anger, bitterness, hurt. Why? Why? Because we don't trust each other. We never have, and we still don't. And that cannot go on. You've got to put your trust in somebody. If you don't want to trust Jesus Christ, trust me, I will lead you unto him. The time of the true Liberian people's revolution is now. Rise, be patriots. Stand on the solid ground on believing that we are the masters of our own fate. We are the captains, the engineers of our own destiny. The time of the Liberian people is now. Have a good day. Pretty sure you gotta give me a chance on my show, man. Let me run my show.